Nikon is secretly preparing a full-frame mirrorless camera that could offer the power of the Z6 III, but at nearly half the price? Sounds impossible, right? But the rumors surrounding the Nikon ZR are getting louder, and if even half of them are true, this could be the camera that makes every budget-conscious creator rethink their next upgrade. We are talking about a brand new Z series body, expected to launch under $1,500, with features that might just put Nikon back on top of the mid-range full-frame market. So, should you wait for the Nikon ZR, or is it just another overhyped rumor that will disappear before launch? In this video, we are diving deep into the expected specs, price leaks, and release timeline, and uncovering a few things Nikon probably does not want you to know yet. Subscribe to Buyer Blitz and turn on the notification bell if you love camera rumors, top 10 picks, and no fluff breakdowns just like this. Now let's find out why the Nikon ZR might be the best camera you are not supposed to know about yet. So, what exactly is the Nikon ZR? While Nikon has not officially confirmed anything, trusted sources from within the camera industry suggest that the ZR could be Nikon's next big move to dominate the affordable full-frame space without compromising on core performance. Let's start with the design. If you have used the Nikon Z5 or Z6 II, the Nikon ZR is expected to fall somewhere between the two. Think of it as a sleek, compact body, possibly even lighter than the Z6 II, but with a more modern layout and deeper grip for long shoots. Rumors also point toward a vari-angle LCD screen, a welcome upgrade for vloggers and solo creators who rely on flexible framing. And yes, it is expected to have full weather sealing, making it ideal for travel photographers and outdoor shooters who cannot afford to baby their gear. Now let's talk about what really matters. The sensor. According to multiple insider reports, the Nikon ZR might pack a newly optimized full-frame sensor in the 24.5 to 26 megapixel range, which sounds familiar, right? That is because it may be based on the same tech found in the Z6 II, or even a slightly cut-down version of the partially stacked sensor from the Z6 III. And if that is true, it means faster readout, cleaner low-light images, and significantly reduced rolling shutter, which is a huge deal for hybrid shooters. But the real magic could lie in the processor. Several sources suggest that the Nikon ZR will run on the X-Speed 7 image processor, the same beast inside the Nikon Z8 and Z6 III. If Nikon does go with that, it could unlock a lot more than just image quality. We are talking about intelligent autofocus with advanced subject tracking, better heat management, and buttery smooth video performance. And here's where things get interesting. The X-Speed 7 processor alone puts the ZR in a league far above most cameras in its price range. For comparison, Canon's EOS R8 and Sony's Alpha 7C both use less powerful image engines, which means if Nikon plays its cards right, the ZR might outperform both in real-world usability. So the big question is, why would Nikon offer this level of performance at such a low price? Simple. They are going for market domination. The entry-level full-frame mirrorless category is wide open, and Nikon knows it is time to hit hard with something that blends affordability, performance, and creator-first features into one camera. And if the ZR really does come in under $1,500, it could become the ultimate budget powerhouse in 2025. But performance is not just about processing and sensors. It is about how the camera handles video. And that is exactly what we will explore in the next section, where we break down the Nikon ZR's rumored video specs, frame rates, bit depth, and why this might be a dream come true for hybrid shooters and vloggers alike. Stick around. It gets better from here. Let's dive into what really excites hybrid creators: the video capabilities. Now, Nikon has been steadily stepping up its video game. And if the ZR follows the path laid out by the Z6 III, we could be looking at something seriously impressive, especially at this price point. Rumors strongly suggest that the Nikon ZR will support 4K video recording at 60 frames per second, oversampled from a higher resolution sensor readout. That means sharper footage, more detail, and fewer artifacts, all without the typical full-frame crop that ruins wide shots. But here's the twist. Some insiders are hinting at 10-bit internal recording, a feature once reserved for cameras well above the $2,000 range. If Nikon actually pulls this off, it would give creators access to richer color depth, smoother gradients, and way more flexibility in post-production color grading. Imagine this. You are shooting a golden hour interview outdoors, with shifting shadows and mixed lighting. A camera with 8-bit footage might fall apart during color correction. But with 10-bit internal, you get cinematic results without investing in a cinema rig. And for creators who love shooting in slow motion, Nikon is reportedly testing full HD at up to 120 frames per second, giving you silky smooth slow motion shots without compromise. But video is nothing without solid autofocus. And this is where the X-Speed 7 processor could be a game changer. With AI-powered subject detection, the Nikon ZR is expected to feature real-time IAF for humans and animals, accurate even in low-light scenarios. No more hunting focus or unreliable tracking when your subject moves. Whether you're shooting kids, weddings, or wildlife, this autofocus system is built to keep up. And for those of you who vlog or shoot handheld, Nikon is not leaving you behind. Sources suggest the ZR will include 5-axis in-body image stabilization, with enhanced electronic stabilization for video. Combine that with a wide-angle lens, and you have a setup that's smooth enough for walk-and-talk vlogs, run-and-gun documentary work, or even handheld product shoots without needing a gimbal. And get this. Nikon may also introduce a new digital IS mode tailored for vertical video, meaning if you shoot for Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, your footage stays steady and sharp, even in unpredictable shooting environments. It is clear Nikon is aiming this camera not just at photographers, but at hybrid creators who demand strong video and stills in one compact body. But we still have a few key details left, like card slots, battery life, connectivity, and, of course, the expected price and release date. So before you make any buying decision or upgrade your current gear, you need to hear what's coming next. Let's wrap it up in the final section. And trust me, this part will seal the deal, or raise a few eyebrows. All right, we have talked about performance, video power, and intelligent autofocus. But what about the practical stuff? Let's begin with storage and card slots. The Nikon ZR is expected to include a single UHS-2 SD card slot. Not dual slots like the Z6 III, but still fast enough for most creators, especially if you're recording 10-bit 4K internally. For a budget-friendly full-frame, this is not surprising, but it is important to know your limits before planning long shoots or dual backups. Now here's something that might surprise you. Battery life. Reports say Nikon might stick with the same battery used in the Z5 and Z6 series. That means solid compatibility across Nikon's ecosystem. And with X-Speed 7's improved power efficiency, we could see over 400 shots per charge or roughly 75 to 90 minutes of continuous 4K video recording. Plus, there's a strong chance Nikon will support USB-C charging and power delivery, making it vlog and live stream ready right out of the box. Perfect for creators who shoot on location or travel light. Now let's talk connectivity. The ZR will likely come with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for Nikon's SnapBridge app. But here's the kicker. It may also support direct USB-C webcam output. So if you are live streaming, podcasting, or hosting virtual sessions, you will not need an external capture card. It is clear Nikon wants the ZR to be creator-ready in every sense: photo, video, and even remote workflows. But here's the question on everyone's mind. How much will it cost? Based on current leaks and Nikon's past pricing patterns, industry insiders expect the ZR to launch around $1,400, body only. That's cheaper than the Canon EOS R8, and significantly more affordable than the Sony Alpha 7 IV. And that makes the Nikon ZR one of the most aggressively positioned full-frame mirrorless cameras of 2025, if the specs hold up. So when is it coming? Sources point to a late 2025 or early 2026 launch, which means we could see an official teaser as early as August, with availability by October, just in time for the holiday rush and creator upgrade season. Of course, all of this is based on leaks, insider reports, and Nikon's recent behavior. But if Nikon plays this right, the ZR could be a breakout hit, especially for creators looking for flagship features on a reasonable budget. So here's the final thought. If you are thinking about upgrading to the Z6 III or switching from APS-C to full frame, it might be worth holding off just a little longer. The Nikon ZR could give you 90% of the performance, for almost half the cost. But this is not the only game-changing camera coming in 2025. Watch this next top 10 rumored cameras of 2025. That video breaks down the most exciting cameras launching this year, and trust me, one of them might be the perfect fit for your style, even more than the ZR. Subscribe to Buyer Blitz for more real talk, camera leaks, and no hype breakdowns. And I'll see you in the next one.